On August 13, 2018, a man stood in front of reporters, crying and begging for his missing family to come home. His pregnant wife was gone. His 2 little daughters had vanished without a trace. He looked calm. He looked worried. He looked like the perfect husband. But behind that calm voice was one of the most chilling family murders in modern American history. This is the Chris Watts case, a story of lies, betrayal, and a father who destroyed his own family. Chris Watts and Shanann Watts lived in Frederick, Colorado, in a large suburban home. They had 2 daughters, Bella, age 4, and Celeste, age 3. In 2018, Shanann was pregnant with their 3rd child, a baby boy they planned to name Nico. On social media, their life looked perfect. Shanann was very active online. She posted videos of her kids, motivational speeches, and family moments. She promoted a healthy lifestyle business and often shared how grateful she was for her husband. Chris appeared quiet, supportive, and loving. He rarely spoke on camera but smiled and played with his daughters. To outsiders, they were the definition of the American dream. But reality was very different. Behind the scenes, the couple struggled with massive debt, tension with Chris's parents, and constant arguments. Chris felt controlled. Shanann felt ignored. Their marriage was slowly collapsing. In early 2018, Chris started an affair with a co-worker named Nicole Kessinger. Nicole thought Chris was separated and in the process of divorce. But in reality, Shanann was still his wife, and pregnant. Chris changed dramatically. He lost over 50 pounds. He started dressing differently, working out obsessively, and distancing himself from his family. He spent hours texting Nicole, telling her he loved her and wanted a new life. He told friends he felt trapped in his marriage. He fantasized about being free, no wife, no kids, no responsibilities. But divorce meant child support, financial ruin, and public shame. So Chris began thinking about another solution. On the night of August 12, 2018, Shanann returned from a business trip to Arizona. Security footage showed her entering the house around 1:48 a.m. That was the last time she was ever seen alive. According to Chris's confession, the couple talked in their bedroom. Shanann confronted him about the affair and the future of their marriage. She told him he would never see the children again. Minutes later, Chris strangled her in their bed. He later claimed he felt no emotion, no anger, no sadness, just emptiness. After killing Shanann, he went into his daughter's rooms. He smothered Celeste first, then Bella, who woke up and fought back. Bella reportedly asked him, "Daddy, no. What are you doing?" He killed him anyway. Before sunrise, Chris wrapped their bodies in blankets, loaded them into his work truck, and drove to an oil site owned by Anadarko Petroleum. At the site, he buried Shanann in a shallow grave. He forced his daughters' bodies through small openings into crude oil tanks. The brutality shocked investigators and the public worldwide. Later that morning, Shannon's best friend, Nicole Atkinson, became worried. Shanann missed a doctor's appointment and wasn't answering messages. Nicole drove to the house and called police for a welfare check. Inside the house, everything seemed normal. Purse, car, phone, and medications were left behind. Chris returned from work and acted confused. He told police his wife and children had gone on a playdate. He gave TV interviews, begging for their return. He cried on camera and said he just wanted them home. But something felt wrong. He never looked for them. He never showed panic. He seemed more concerned about himself. Investigators quickly focused on him as the main suspect. Police brought Chris in for questioning and asked him to take a polygraph test. He failed. Detectives confronted him with the results and pressed him for the truth. At first, Chris lied. He claimed Shanann killed the girls and he killed her in rage. But the evidence didn't match his story. After hours of interrogation, he finally confessed. He admitted he killed Shanann, Bella, and Celeste himself. His confession revealed chilling details about the murders and disposal of their bodies. The image of the perfect husband was destroyed forever. In November 2018, Chris Watts pleaded guilty to all charges to avoid the death penalty. He was sentenced to 5 life sentences without parole, plus additional years for tampering with bodies and unlawful termination of a pregnancy. The case shocked the world. Millions of people had followed Shannon's family videos online. True crime communities analyzed every detail. Many people questioned how such a quiet, ordinary man could commit such horrific acts. Experts described Chris Watts as a family annihilator, a type of killer who murders their entire family to start a new life. Unlike most killers, he had no criminal record, no history of violence, and no warning signs. He was described as passive, emotionally detached, and incapable of handling conflict. His case became a chilling example of how dangerous hidden resentment can become. Shanann Watts was remembered as a devoted mother, a strong woman, and a social media personality. Bella and Celeste were remembered as cheerful, loving children who adored their father. Their deaths sparked conversations about domestic violence, mental health, and the dangers of hidden relationships. They became symbols of how a perfect image can hide a dark reality. The Chris Watts case teaches us one terrifying lesson: monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they wear wedding rings. Sometimes they smile in family photos. Sometimes they sleep beside you every night. If you want more deep true crime documentaries like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the next story might be even more disturbing than this one.